Hello, grade 6. How are you today? In yesterday's lesson, we learned the tag question grammar rule, and now we are going to do the practice book exercises, page 123. Let's start. Exercise 1 says, complete the sentences with the right endings. So we are going to match these sentences from 1 to 6 to these sentences from A to F. Let's start. Sentence number 1 says, Harry comes from England. So if we want to do a tag question or a question tag for this sentence, what do you think that it should be? Look, here we have the subject is Harry and the verb is comes. And because we have a singular noun, we should put does. And this is in the present, not in the past. So because it's positive, it should be in the negative. And Harry is a boy, so we should put the pronoun he. So, what do you think the correct answer? It will be doesn't he, and this is doesn't he, number C, letter C. As you can see, Harry comes from England, doesn't he? Number 2, you don't speak Spanish. You don't speak Spanish. You is the subject and don't speak is the verb, and it's in the negative form. We should put it in the positive. We just say do you. You don't speak Spanish. Do you? And it's letter F. So we put here letter F. Number 3, Mrs. Clark isn't a teacher. We have here Mrs. Clark, the subject, and isn't is the helping verb. It's in the negative, so we should put the question tag in the positive form. Isn't becomes is, and Mrs. Clark is a woman, so the pronoun should be she. So Mrs. Clark isn't a teacher. Is she, and is she is letter E. So we put here letter E. Number 4, those boys swim well. Those boys, they are the subject. Swim is the verb. It's a plural here. So we put do, and because it's in the positive form, we should put the question tag in the negative. It becomes don't they. We use the pronoun they because we have a plural. So we say don't they, and don't they is letter A. So we put here letter A. Number 5, you were singing. You is the subject and were singing is the verb. We have were, that is the helping verb. It becomes weren't you, and it's letter D. Weren't you is letter T. The sentence becomes like this. You were singing, weren't you? Number 6, the boys didn't win the match. We have the boys, they are the subject. Didn't win is the verb that is in the negative form, so we should change this from negative to positive, and it's in the past, so we just put did they, and it's letter B. The sentence becomes like this. The boys didn't win the match. Did they? This is just the answer. Now let's go to exercise 2. Exercise 2 says, write the correct ending for each sentence. Don't forget the question marks. They say here that we should put after the question tag or the tag questions, we should put question marks. Let's start with sentence number 1. Your sister doesn't play tennis. We have your sister is the subject. Doesn't play is the verb. It's in the negative and it has does, singular. So we just put does. And your sister is a girl, so we use the pronoun she. Does she with the question mark. The sentence becomes like this. Your sister doesn't play tennis, does she? Number 2, the waiter wasn't listening. The waiter is the subject, and we have here wasn't listening is the verb. It's in the negative, so we should put it in the positive. Wasn't becomes was, and the waiter, you can use the pronoun he because waiter is a boy or is a man, so we put was he like this. The waiter wasn't listening. Was he? Number 3, you are going to pass your exams. You is the subject and are is the helping verb. All of these is the verb. You are going to pass, but we should concentrate on are because it's the helping verb here. So are becomes what? Are becomes aren't like this. And we just put the pronoun you. Aren't you? With the question mark, you are going to pass your exams. Aren't you? Number 4, we often play outside. We is the subject and play is the verb. So because we have you, we should put the verb do. And it's in the positive, so we put it in the negative form. It becomes don't and we. We often play outside, don't we? This is the question tag. Number 5, Aunt Jane went to Australia. Aunt Jane is the subject, went is the verb. Went here is verb 2 and it's in the past tense. Because we have this verb in the past, we should use did or didn't. And this is in the positive form, so we should use didn't. So we write didn't, and the pronoun should be she because Aunt Jane is a woman, so we say didn't she? This is the answer. Now, sentence number 6. The weather isn't very warm. The weather is the subject, isn't is the helping verb, isn't becomes is, and the weather we use with the weather it. With the question mark here and a question mark here. The weather isn't very warm, is it? So this is the answer. Now let's move to exercise 3, which says write sentences like the ones above. They mean these sentences. Use the words under the pictures. You can see these pictures and we should use these words that are under these pictures. Let's start. Number 1, we have children and enjoy. What do you think that the sentence that we should use here? They are children. So we will put the children. They are the subject. The children. What are they doing? The children are enjoying. This is the verb, enjoy. So we use this. The children are enjoying their ice creams. Their ice creams. And we put a comma. And now we are going to find out what is the question tag. The children, they are the subject, so we use they. And we have are. Are becomes aren't and they. Aren't they? This is the question tag. Number 2, we have sun and we have shine. So the sun is the subject. The sun here. The sun is shining. You want to talk about the picture. That's why we use the present continuous. The sun is shining brightly. The sun is shining brightly. We put a comma and we use isn't it? Isn't it? This is the question tag, like this. Number 3, we have love and we have puppy. So, what do you think that the sentence should be? We have a girl here, so we use the girl as the subject. We write she and loves. She loves her puppy. We use the puppy as the object. She loves her puppy. What do you think the question tag is going to be? We have loves, so we use doesn't she? She loves her puppy, doesn't she? This is the question tag. Doesn't she? Like this. This is the answer of exercise 3. Now we are going to move to exercise 4, which is in page 124. Question 4 says, add the missing words to these sentences. The missing words that they want us to add them are the question tag or the tag questions word. So we are going to read these sentences and we are going to find out the tag questions. Number 1 says, saris are cool in the summer. Saris are the clothes that the Indian girls wear. So we are going to do these sentences. Saris are the subject and are is the helping verb. So what do you think that the tag question is going to be? Think with me. We have are in the positive form, so it should be a rent, and saris is plural, so we use the pronoun they. A rent they. Number 2, you went there last summer. You is the subject, went is the verb that is in the past tense, so we should use did or didn't, and because this is in the positive form, we use the negative. We use didn't you. You is the pronoun. Number 3, you are going to India tomorrow. We have you and we have are. So are going to. If we have a helping verb, we should use it. It's in the positive, we put it in the negative. Aren't you? This is the answer. Number 4, you don't like dolls. You and don't like. Don't is in the negative, so we put it in the positive form. Do and you. Do you? It's a long flight. We have it and we have is. Is becomes isn't, and we just put it. Isn't it? This is the answer. Number 5, if you want, you can do it by yourself. You have to choose these sentences from here and put them in their correct place. I want you to read these answers on your practice books and send them to me. And if you have any question, you can ask me anytime you want. I hope that you understood and enjoyed this grammar rule. Have a nice day, grade 6. Bye bye.